Hi everyone, I'm with Bob London of London Inc. and the new video series called The Marketing Confessional. Did you watch the Super Bowl yesterday, Bob?
Yes, I did.
What are the top ads that come to mind and why?
I have no idea. They were all a big, expensive, overproduced bunch of garbage. I think that the ads this year, I kept saying that they jumped the shark because it seems like the notion of average. First of all, let me back up a second. As a famous Hollywood figure, William Goldman once said about Hollywood, no one knows nothing. No one knows anything. Same thing with advertising. You can hook people up with machines to monitor their expressions and their brain waves while they're watching ads. You can do a bunch of stuff. No one knows anything about what is going to work. And so it's all opinions. And so when you read the Wall Street Journal today or the USA Today and they interview some creative director from an agency in New York, his opinion is as good as yours or mine. So he doesn't know anything more than anybody else. So the only commercial I really remembered was the Clint Eastwood Chrysler commercial. So unaided, when you say which commercial do you remember, that's the only one because it actually said something. It said Detroit's coming back, and that resonates with me. The others just seemed like wild jokes and tricks and stunts and dogs, monkeys, and bears, and it all blended together, unfortunately.
What about most of these ads were released before in the social media, so people really didn't have to wait for the Super Bowl to see them. What do you think of that strategy?
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up. As we discussed earlier, I think that there's a tremendous amount of dilution that goes on when ads are released beforehand because you gather around with your friends, your family, you're watching the game, and part of the allure is supposed to be the commercials and the big surprise you get out of seeing a commercial for the first time that moves you. It makes you think something different about a product or service. And when you see Ferris Bueller, the commercial before, the Seinfeld commercial before online, the surprise is gone and the impact is diminished significantly in my view. But again, nobody knows nothing.
I hate to ask you this question in this form, but after all, this is the marketing confessional.
Yes.
What's up with the themes of dogs and sex in some of the ads?
Did you say dogs and sex?
I'm
you
sorry.
mean separately?
Separately.
Yeah. So your question is, what's up with all the dogs in the commercials? I don't know.
And the innuendo that
Listen.
some of the other ads have.
Yeah, listen, Madison Avenue is all about reacting to trends, and so here's what I think probably happened is some ad agency got the idea to use a dog, and the copywriter for that commercial was having lunch or getting a job interview with another agency, and he mentioned the dog, and that second agency said, they're using a dog over at Ogilvy, we better get a dog in our Super Bowl commercial for Budweiser or whatever. So I mean, I can't explain it. It's a nobody knows nothing about advertising, as I said. The sex part, that's just a reach. That's just people trying to come up with a way to get you to watch the commercial without really telling you anything about a product or service, which is what's supposed to be happening. Sorry to be so negative.
No, it's a good marketing confessional after all.
Thank you.
The Acura ad, how many cars do you think they'll sell?
6. That car, I think, is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, it's a very, very expensive sports car that's not going to be, they don't mean it to be a big seller. It's known as it's a lightning rod. It's to get people to pay attention to the Acura brand and get them into the showroom to see the car, and then they'll buy, the $40,000 Acura instead of that one's probably $180,000, I don't know, whatever. So, but the commercial probably costs 6 times as much as the car.
Are you a Giants fan?
No, I'm not. But my wife is, so I rooted for the Giants in order to preserve marital harmony.
Thank you very much, Bob.
All right, Shashi, thank you. You've been listening to Shashi B interviewing London Inc. Those are the hashtags at Shashi B, SHASHIB, and at London Inc., LONDONINK. And we're both part of Marketing Confessional, where we will listen to your marketing challenges and your marketing confessions every Monday, 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Just send us an email, marketingconfessional@gmail.com, and set up some time to chat with us. Look forward to it. Take care.